Over the past many years, we have focused our sustainability infrastructure efforts at our College Drive campus. We have done several different things, including heating control upgrades, heating upgrades, new boilers, new high efficiency, radiant heating, windows, doors, lights, all sorts of things to reduce our sustainability footprint and carbon footprint at College Drive. We have shifted gears now to focus on Commerce Court and Aviation campus in North Bay. We're actually standing at the back of our new 85,000 square foot air-supported Canadore Panthers Sportsplex. And what you're about to see is some of the sustainability efforts that we've put into our Commerce Court campus. So as I walk, you can see that at the back of the dome, we actually have our heating, ventilation, and pressure control system. So the 85,000 square foot dome that we erected is supported through air and air pressure. We must maintain air pressure or actually the dome will deflate and collapse. So here we have our heating and ventilation that not only feeds air into the dome, but provides heating for the dome, and a backup auxiliary fan in case the main system fails. Now connected to this is a Cogen. In Cogen, essentially, it's generating power for not only the dome, as well as the main campus. We could produce up to a megawatt of power. As we produce that megawatt of power, we are actually using the heat that is produced by the Cogen to help produce energy and heat for the dome. So we're using 10% of the energy and heat produced by the Cogen to essentially heat the entire 85,000 square foot sportsplex. So as we walk around, we can actually see that it's attached physically. Our Cogen is attached physically to the heat exchanger within the HVAC control of the dome. So we did this essentially to produce power on site, efficient power. The Cogen is 100% green, hydrogen certified. So as we advance emerging technologies, we could use and produce hydrogen on site to create the power that we need for the campus, as well as the heat that we are required for the dome. This is efficient power produced on site. And I say efficient because this is transferred essentially from that building where you'll see the engines are being run currently to produce the power that we need on site directly into our campus that feeds both the campus and the dome itself. It's very efficient because we produce it here right next to where we're consuming it, and it becomes very efficient because there is no transmission loss of energy with the grid. So we produce it on site, we only produce as much as we need, we only consume what we produce, and we use the waste heat to heat the dome. So what we're looking at here is the motor control center for the Cogen. This is controlling all the energy that is produced on site, and it's a physical representation of the amount of power being used by Canadore College Commerce Court. So essentially, the power is produced on site at the Cogen location, sitting at the back of the dome. It's physically connected underground into this motor control center, and we can see how much power consumption we are using right now. So we have two prime generators. So these are large engines that run off of natural gas. Right now, we're a little under a half a megawatt of energy being used and consumed at Commerce Court. And again, that power is generated on site in the exact amount that we need right now. So you can see how this fluctuates up and down. We're producing just enough energy to energize the campus and the dome by these generators on site. So you can see that we have two generators. They're working at about half capacity. We could go all the way up to a megawatt of power. And right now we're using about half of what we can actually produce on site. So we could scale up, we could scale down, we could identify what's using power, we could shut things off, and really just control exactly what we're using on site. This is physically connected to the Cogen that we've seen. This is physically connected to the dome, and it's all controlled via this motor control center right here. So as mentioned, we've shifted our focus to Aviation and Commerce Court campus. Right now we're standing at our Aviation campus in our mechanical room. What you're looking at is the implementation of an idea that came forward internally from our maintenance and HVAC staff. They wanted to upgrade these boilers. They designed it, they implemented it, they installed all of this equipment behind that you're looking at behind me. So essentially we've gone from non-condensing boilers to condensing boilers, or high efficiency boilers, similar to the furnace that you would have in your home. If you go from a low efficiency to a high efficiency furnace, these new boilers are capturing all the heat that they're producing and putting that back into the campus. So we've gone from a system that was old and needed replacement to a brand new system that essentially improved our efficiency by 25%. So we're using 25% less energy to produce the same volume of heat for the whole campus. And again, this is in an effort to increase our sustainability efforts here at Aviation Campus, done completely internally by our staff.